Welcome back to part 3 of my United Nations of Earth playthrough. In our last episode, we lost a war to these guys up here because at the time their fleet power was much stronger than ours, but I think maybe we can come back and maybe even take this planet right here in this episode as our fleet power is now stronger than theirs. So we also met these guys, the Betharian Hive. They seem to be pretty, you know, not necessarily threatening. As you can see here, they're actually suspicious of us, which means that they're maybe not less likely to attack us if I just avoid having any conflict with them. And we met these guys over here. They're fanatic xenophiles, so I shouldn't have to deal with a war against them for a very long time. And my plan for this episode is hopefully expand out, fill in these systems, and just develop our planets as best I can and eventually prepare for war against the Chthonians. I have started researching exotic materials labs, and this will hopefully allow us to get better research labs, but I do need exotic gases, and might be tough finding some of those because I haven't unlocked that resource yet, and it does require quite an industrial base if you want to make it yourself. So that might be something in a future episode, so we can boost our research even more and actually get the edge on some of the guys around us. So I'm kind of worried of the Athonians now because it seems they have an equivalent fleet power to me again, which is pretty bad because it means if they declare war on
Survey
me, I'll have
complete.
a rough time and I can't really declare war on them anymore and expect to win because they can build ships faster and they have a higher naval capacity. I can't really build anything right now because my naval capacity is full, and I'm gonna have to research something if I want to make it larger or build more star bases, and I don't really want to do that. So it does seem I'm running a little bit low on consumer goods right now. I'm only getting an extra 4 a month, so I might want to invest a little bit more in an industrial base over here. So over here on Alpha Centauri, I got another civilian industry building up. Hopefully this will give us enough consumer goods to start pushing heavy a lot more into tech because I haven't worked on that in a while. Need to build a couple more research things over here on Sirius Prime. Looks like I can unlock a new life. That'll be good for pop growth. That's something we kind of need right now. So
Construction
that'll help a
complete.
lot with getting enough people to work on Sirius and Alpha Centauri. So it looks like the Betharian Hive might actually be a threat. They claimed 2 of our systems. I should probably get a an envoy on them so I can see how much fleet power they have, because they seem to be a pretty big empire, and I really don't want to go to war with them. This playthrough is off to a little bit of a rough start. I don't have quite the best spawn, and I'm surrounded by people that already want to declare war on me in the first 50 years. I'm gonna start moving
Technology
some of
discovered.
my ships over here to the starbase so they can be
Construction
closer to the
complete.
border with the Betharians. So, kind of want to make sure these guys don't declare war on me, so I'm gonna start improving relations. That way maybe they decide not to hate me and attack me. Well, I spoke too early. They immediately declared war on me. So, I guess our envoy showed up and they were like, war. So, I kind of worried about that. I already had my fleets moved over here, so I think I'm just gonna send them over here. He didn't even have his ships over here whenever he attacked me, which was kind of odd. Why would you declare war on me if you're not even like gonna send your ships in? So it looks like they have a hostile fleet moving into Dressel. Might lose this one. They seem to be
Spaceport
pretty
under attack.
strong.
Engaging enemy fleet.
Probably gonna lose this battle.
Spaceport under attack.
Might actually win this one actually.
Log updated.
Holy moly, we actually did it. Okay, so it looks like I've repelled a few attacks. I don't know why the war is still going towards them though. I find that kind of weird, as every battle I've had with them I've won. Maybe it's because they're a hive mind, so they get less penalties. So I sent my fleet over here so they can repair, as we've taken quite a beating. So I'm gonna go back to the original plan, make sure I can take a couple systems to bring the war a little bit in our favor.
Construction complete.
I really don't want to concede any systems this early into the game. So I've moved into one of their planets,
Council
and
agenda available.
I'm trying is probably the word for it, to sway the war towards me, but it doesn't really seem, no matter how many systems I take, the war is still for them because the AI just doesn't really care that they're losing systems.
Engaging enemy station.
And looks like the reinforcements have arrived. Probably about to lose my entire navy. So
Engaging
I
enemy
guess we
fleet.
can watch the battle unfold. There goes all of my ships. Yep. So at this point, I'm pretty sure it's impossible to bring the war back. So I'm just going to have to surrender. That is my whole empire cut in half. I guess our only option after the way that war went is to build up a new star base and start building new ships, as we have a much larger naval capacity now and I want to use it.
Attack us.
And great. So, just had war declared on us by the Athonians. So they want to vassalize us, which is really bad. And we're already in a terrible position because their navy is ginormous compared to ours. So I might just have to go ahead and surrender immediately. So we are now owned by the Athonians. So I think it's safe to say that this playthrough is not going the way that I would want it to go, but we're gonna push through. So it looks like the
Initiating
galactic
communications.
community has been formed. Going to
Technology
oppose this
discovered.
first one,
Initiating communications.
but we can't because I guess we're a vassal. So with the construction of our new fleet, after being brutally humiliated in 2 different wars, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. We've expanded our industrial base somewhat on Alpha Centauri. We have finished building new research centers, and most importantly, we have finished a new fleet. So, looking forward to hopefully rebelling next episode, taking back a couple systems, maybe even attacking the Betharian hive. Once again, connecting our empire back up. But with that, I'm just gonna end the episode. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.